Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays Oxygen, not included. To be honest with you, this is like the third or fourth time I've started to do this episode, and it has been having some crashing problems for me lately. And I want to say, like, in the game's defense, we're looking at an alpha that I'm actually a really, really big fan of. But at the same time, we're running into some crashing problems, and the crashing problems seem to be related to this gas pipe. And I mean, this situation is a clusterfuck, don't get me wrong. But it seems like when the gas pipe gets created here, or whatever this is going to be called, like the pipe bridge, and then the gas gets pumped into here, which is pretty much an essential part of keeping this colony running, it leads to a hard crash of the game. So, like, we're going to watch the piping here as it goes. So go to gas pipes. And you can see air's going through. If it crashes once it gets to here, then I got things to think about, because we got to rework this whole system. Dude. Okay, first off, I do want to say I'm very proud of myself for at least diagnosing the problem. At the very least, if this is not going to be well, we can go back. I actually had like a very, very slightly later save that I can use. But I tried to do different saves just to see if that was the issue. But there you go. Hey, that's like extremely useful. Oh, we should maybe go back to a save that's just before that, actually, because of the fact that the pipe is already created at that point. But you know, in terms of problems in the oxygen not included colony, the bigger problem is definitely making sure that the game doesn't crash, and then secondarily, how can I get my duplicants not to starve when they're on, you know, 1,000 calories right now, which is going to lead to like a really nasty, stressy situation. So, I'm going to deconstruct this thing, and of course, like, make mush bars for now. As long as I know what the crash is, we can find like an alternate way to deal with this problem at the very least. So, my first thing that I'm thinking of here is, what if we just build the gas vent in a slightly different location? So, take the gas vent and just put it, like, over here instead. Maybe if we put it up at the top, that'll change things. Of course, it's gonna be a little strange, because we want it to be at the bottom so that, I mean, cool air will sink, though, so this should be fine. Alright, so now we're gonna make a save, and this is Northern Lion's live bug fixing, but, you know, it's an important diagnosis that I can, I guess, pass on to the dev team. So this is YouTube. I think it's S2E9 early, let's just call it, test, you know, something like that. And then we're gonna make a gas pipe that connects to there and see if this will lead to goodness for us. I'm thinking it might have something to do with, like, not that I'm some kind of mad genius, but it might have something to do with this being a semi-complicated process. And then, like, maybe, like, the fact that there's all this hydrogen stored in this pipe is causing issues. Austin should really go to the massage table. But we're out of power right now, so where's my boy Daniel? I don't know, but the pipe is done, and it's, like, unbreathable as hell down here. So let's look at our gas pipe. Oh, it's coming, it's coming! It didn't crash the game. We might have done it. Okay. So we still need to make mush bars. Daniel, what are you doing? Daniel! I probably made this a 9 priority, didn't I? An 8. And running on these things is a 7. No, for now, sorry, dude. Running on these things is a freaking 9. So go back, Dan. Go back. We do need this algae, because we are, like, close to being out. Not quite out, but close to being out. And actually, we are going to need to make ladders here as well. Don't make it out of... Why would you make it out of that? I mean, probably you make it out of whatever's best for decor, is my guess, but that's not a good idea anymore. Alright, so I want to see cool air being pumped into this area right here. Like, this thing's pumping. And we've got how many calories? 5,000? It's a start. It's a start. At least Quill, he's not afraid to do some running himself, you know? I appreciate that. Let's look at our gas pipe. It's not... Because this vent is overpressurized, it's not pumping? We can do something about that. As much as I really, really don't want to, we can just pump into here. Because I'm thinking maybe this thing's pumping, but like the gas just isn't moving. Because this thing's overpressurized, so it can't filter all the hydrogen out. Fair, you know, that's understandable. So we'll issue a very high priority dig order. And it's really just to get into this area so that we can put a gas vent down made of the cheapest material we can find. And then we'll hook up pipes. Wait, nothing is hooked up to the filter yet. That could be part of the problem. That might, yeah, okay, you know what? Hold on. I mean, it still says the vent is overpressurized, but that may not be the case. Cancel this for now. Cancel this for now. We got other problems. We got other problems. You still making food? No fabrications. Okay, that's got to be sorted. Even though we do have 9,500 calories, keep making more for now. How's water? Could be better, but the whole thing here is that we're busting into this contaminated water because this thing's about to not be able to pump either pretty soon. This thing's got to get built. Don't build it out of obsidian, you moron. God, sandstone. Samsonite, I was way off. Well, they're making it out of something, you know. Is this thing now working? Oh, it's pumping. It's pumping. He's a genius. It is spitting out a little hydrogen up here. They're growing. Or did it just kill them? I don't know. Now they're chilled. I was gonna say, have I done the opposite? Have I made it far too cold in here now? Are they growing? It's growing. It's growing, dude. I mean, it's a little cool in here. But these things are actually growing now. So we're in like a whole new fucking world. This is amazing. Okay. We made 8,000 calories. We lost 135 kilograms of oxygen, which is horrible. So I'm going to make a new save, and this is like YouTube Season 2, Episode 10, Past Crash, I hope is the way that that's going to manifest itself. So now I have a few more orders to issue that are very important. Obviously, water, big concern. Big concern. We can always move that pipe, but we'd prefer not to. And in here, it's getting, like, nasty as well. So this is something we should have done a long time ago, and it's a victim of the fact that I have a long backlog. But we're going to install gas permeable tiles. And what these will basically do is allow carbon dioxide that gets created up here to more easily flow down to the bottom, and oxygen that gets created down here, or at least ends up here, to more easily float up to the top. So, gonna do any place that there's livable, like people are gonna be spending time, we're gonna build gas permeable tiles. Even though, I mean, I guess this doesn't really make sense, but we're gonna build gas permeable tiles. The reasoning behind which is that oxygen should float up, carbon dioxide should dip down. Good. And we might build gas permeable tiles here, because then cool air will rise up and cool down this area. But this area is not... No, we should build... I think we should build gas permeable tiles here. It's going to be a long process to do this, by the way, but we built it out of copper ore, which we got a ton of. How we doing on... we got 309 kilograms of algae. That's not much, to be honest with you. But we do have more here. We are very low on power as well. That's a genuine issue. And, well, carbon dioxide is actually becoming, like, a serious issue. A lot of our units are like, I can't breathe. Is it... It's carbon dioxide. Oh, you know what that is? We're not delivering the algae properly. So, people have suggested that the right... By the way, oh, you know why? We're creating all this oxygen down here, but it's in this flippin' airlock, dude. So we got, like... Wait, these are stifled again? Because they're overheated? No, I refuse to believe. Open this airlock. Mr. Gorbachev, open this airlock. We're in a touchy spot. Gotta give it to you there. We need to deliver algae to our algae areas, and we need to do so, like, immediately. This door being open means oxygen is going to come out, but it's going to take a little while for this to manifest itself. So algae has got to get in there, dude. Stress is going to become a sincere issue, but Austin and Rob, they can't not give power right now. They have to give power. We still got some algae. So what comes first? I do think that being able to breathe overnight... Oops, go to 9 here. Being able to breathe overnight is going to be a pretty important feature here. So let's start by just getting these ones. This will also allow oxygen to more readily get up to the top here, which is extremely valuable. Because all of our units, as you can see, having a little bit of a problem with hypoxia right now is becoming an issue. Gas permeable tiles are extremely expensive and time consuming to build. Make some more mush bars, dude. Make some more fucking mush bars. This door being open, again, oxygen is gonna make its way up here. It's gonna take its sweet ass time. But we're almost at oxygen equilibrium. It's just it's horribly distributed right now. We could open this airlock as well. There's so little contaminated air that should be open, just to spread the oxygen out a little bit more. Because otherwise, our units are basically going to be in a hell of their own creation. But the gas permeable membranes are very, very slowly being built. Toilet needs to be emptied. Look at there, it's pumping, dude. It's pumping. This should be canceled. You're overheated. I don't understand. All of the cool air is being pumped there. What could the problem possibly be? Well, at least now with these gas permeable tiles, CO2 should sink. Right now it's only going to sink down to this level. But it's a start. This place is going to be packed full of hydrogen pretty soon. And again, I mean, we're dealing with what I would consider to be like some actually pretty serious problems right now. Especially as stress gets up there effectively on everybody. So, Dan, could you take some time on the... Not on the medical cot, sorry. Dan, could you take some time on the massage table? And Austin is next as well, but we can't send 2 power generators, so we're going to send Tomo up there instead. How is such a thing even possible here? Like, how is it so hot down here? The gas vent is 22.7. We're producing all this oxygen, but it's not doing what needs to be done. What is this horrible sound? Did you hear the sound of a drill? I basically hated that. Alright, so how's air doing for us? I would say, like, really, really badly. For some reason, it's amazing in this room. Like, we should go down to speed 1 for a bit here, because we've got, like, an actual, what I would consider to be a somewhat complex problem. The gas permeable tiles, I don't think are going to solve all of our problems here. So, Austin, you need a massage table right now, to be honest with you. Dan's pretty close up there as well. And I think a lot of this stress is resulting from... the interrupted sleep that is just endlessly happening here. Robert, don't die up here, buddy. Yeah, install this gas membrane tile. You can do it. I believe in you. Then the oxygen should rise. It's all hydrogen, dude. It's all hydrogen as far as the eye can see. The electrolysis machine, it's fucked us. But perhaps there's a way out. It's all stifled. The pressure's too low. All of this to just try to create a farm. Oh my god, look at the hydrogen gas that is our own personal hell. Okay, how do you get out of this? The hydrogen gas has to be dealt with. I don't know if it's conceivable to build a chimney that can deal with this. Like, but if you get what I'm saying, it's like if we build up like this and make like a 2-tile wide chimney, that should be fine. But, you know, is that gonna even work for us? I'd rather not pump gas is the thing. I'd rather just have the gas get where it needs to go thanks to differential densities. So I think the time has come for us to try to dig this chimney. My favorite Beatles song. This is fine. The airlock, actually we don't really want an airlock. We want like gas permeable tiles. And then this should be like a priority 9. Because this is slightly higher. Okay, it's good. It's already priority 9. Because this is slightly higher than the rest of our base, that should give us the ability to, and you know what? This airlock should be opened as well. This should give us the ability to have most of our hydrogen go into this area. And if we build a gas permeable tile set, like here, look, I know there's asshole aliens up here too, by the way. But if we build a gas permeable tile up here, the hydrogen should also go up this way and save us some problems. Stressed. Oh, no kidding. Austin and Dan are feeling the burn a little bit. Okay, Daniel and Austin, go spend some time on the massage table, please. So I worry about our situation here. One thing's for certain, it's gone better than our last colony. I don't think there's any doubt in the world about that. Okay, so we're not pumping contaminated water down here anymore, which is an issue. It might not be an urgent issue, but it could become an urgent issue pretty soon, I think. Yeah, okay, so, I mean, this has to be done. This has to be done, like, now. I know I've issued a lot of level 9 orders, which is why it's going to take a while for this all to be done, but I've very greatly underestimated the amount of hydrogen that got pumped into our base. We still have this problem, by the way. We're not actually creating cool in here. I thought for sure we would be. Now the contents of this gas pipe is 60.2 degrees. How does that happen? Austin and Dan still stressed out. Okay, I mean, this is because the massage tables are priority 8. I recognize we're gonna be low on power. I thought we were on 9 there. Oh, this is... All I can hope is that we're lowering the time it's gonna take to... Like, here's the deal. This colony's in a bad spot. And we've had situations where our colony has been in a bad spot in the past. All we can try to do is slow the descent into madness to the point where maybe we can recover. Because we're far from it right now. And stress... It's manageable right now, but there's cascades that happen, right? Lashing out. Austin is breaking a building to relieve his stress. This might be the end of our colony right here. Austin's breaking a battery and then taking poops. This obviously has to be repaired. I mean, we don't need to repair it urgently, but it's got to be done. The time is not right for another duplicant. Thank you. Goodbye, duplicants. But as is the case in these games, typically, it's actually like we're doing a lot better than we did the last time that we played it. Now, has this really, has it worked out the way that I would have wanted? No, it has not worked out the way that I would have wanted. Why are you just delivering clay all day? Is this, did I give that a priority 9 by accident? Okay, obviously, I am a moron. This needs to have priority 9 in order to function. Our gas permeable tiles are actually like, I mean, they exist. They're not working the way that I want them to work. Quite yet, but I can't deny that they are installed. The problem is that the hydrogen gas has gotten to this point of just ridiculousness. And it's almost nighttime. Nighttime is bad. Nighttime is actually like the devil for us right now. Because it's just stress and interrupted sleep nonstop. But we have the world's smallest chimney right now. And we still have food. Now, our units they're just in hell. It's going to be like the most stressful time that they've ever experienced in their young lives. But once they make it through this, you know, eat something and mine out this fucking area here while the jerk aliens are asleep. Plus, we get a little algae out of this. We need algae. Algae's important, dude. Keep these deodorizers functioning. Keep running on the machines. Dan and Austin are still the most stressed. So although this puts us in a bad position from a power standpoint, I do need them to be, like, relieved so that we can have them running in the future. Now look, the hydrogen is starting to come up here. It's so important. It's all density, dude. Now that I'm getting back into, like, my, you know, 9th grade understanding of density, I feel a lot better about this situation. Why are you not digging, though? Okay, you know what the problem could be? And this might be exacerbating it. Everybody digs now. Everybody digs. Or everybody dies. Everybody digs. Sometime. You gotta obviously get the sand out of there. Sand's precious anyway. Look at this. Oxygen's coming in. And hydrogen's going out. So we might eventually want to be in this place, but for now, I really just want the hydrogen to get in here. And if the oxygen could come back in equivalent exchange, then that would be wonderful. Okay, so that's a start, dude. That's a start. Hydrogen's going to start to push out there. It might take a little while to happen, but look it, the oxygen's coming in. And eventually that's going to fill up. Like, the pressure is just going to fill up, but... So we're still making 4 mush bars a day just for now. Then, this is my next thing. Prioritize these. And the whole point there, 1 gas permeable tile at the top could put us in a situation where all of a sudden, you know, people are not dying of hydrogen gas poisoning in both of our bedrooms. It's slowly happening. Look. Stressed. Tomo's stressed. He's at a 60. All right. Tomo, this is your bed now. We're fighting back. Now, our plant situation, the whole reason we ever did this was to get off of this, like, water apocalypse that we were heading to. And we haven't really fought back against that too hard. So, like, hell is still a place of our own creation. But we might have staved off, or at least stemmed the tide of things getting substantially worse for the time being. Power is a real issue. And all the oxygen, at least for now, I think is going to settle up near the top here, which is why this, like, second chimney is so important. So the last thing, and again, this is a level 9 problem, is a gas permeable tile gets installed right here. And maybe this is where we want to pump all the shitty... No, we don't want to pump hydrogen in there, because then we want the hydrogen to go up there naturally. These gas permeable tiles are extremely important, by the way, because they give another chance for oxygen to get the fuck out of the system. And then we can install gas permeable tiles here. And then we can install gas permeable tiles, like, all the way up. So the oxygen that's trapped in here right now, which is extremely breathable, is going to dissipate out. Oh, you know what? You can say what you want to say about us... making some suboptimal plays, but this is a good... Right now, this is a good thing. We've actually managed to save ourselves from immediate certain death. People are probably still waking up at night, but, like, the oxygen is coming in and the hydrogen is going out. And it's gonna take some time for all of this to work itself out. He's done. He's moving up there. That's important. It's going to take some time for all this stuff to work itself out, and I don't mean that in, like, a lip service sort of way. I mean that sincerely. Some of these are growing. The gas permeable membranes. They're letting the atmospheric pressure and the temperature diffuse between 2 rooms, and we're hitting a situation in which the plants can grow. Or maybe we're damming all of our greenhouses to be doomed, but, you know, we'll see. Okay. Sick. Lots of, like, look at the hydrogen is getting out, dude. It's taking its time, but there are actually, like, breathable spots here now. We probably need more mush bars. If both greenhouses actually start to work, then we're in a great position. Now, the hydrogen's up here, so not too much oxygen is going to move up right now, but it's okay. There we go. We got a gas membrane cap there. So again, hydrogen will go up and it'll exchange with oxygen, which comes down and hopefully makes it more breathable down here at the cost of basically ruining this environment. But hey, dude, we're ruining that environment to keep ourselves alive here. So I think that there's value there. Now, far be it from me to suggest that we have worked ourselves out of a catastrophe, because really we've just maybe staved off disaster for the time being. And we've still got like some stressed ass units here, dude. Like, the thing is, everybody's stressed. So Dan gets to go on this for a little while, and Ruka gets to go on this for a little while. I would love to put down more massage tables, but we're not even generating enough oxygen. Or the oxygen is not being moved to the right places to make this happen, you know, ideally. But I think, given time, this will actually work. We can also build, like, another chimney straight up, basically. Like, gas permeable tiles, crack into this, let the water come down, the hydrogen will come up. But a lot of CO2 is going to come down if we do that as well. The contaminated air will get it. Okay, that means that this manual airlock should be closed. That's causing some problems for us. As is power right now, by the way. But again, there's gas exchange. Are we actually reaching a point in which this will work? I don't know. Austin really needs to, excuse me. Austin really needs to get to the point, where he's generating power again. We're not pumping any water either. And it just creates worse situations over time. But, we've had so many, like, harvest orders here for, like, 20 years as well. But we've had bigger problems that have come up. Strangely, this may surprise you. You may think I'm fucking with you. I think this is the best episode of the series so far. For all of the problems that seem like they've, like, come to light right now, Bed Beyond Reach? What are you talking about? Bed Beyond Reach. Why would you sleep here? You can't make it back? Yo, Quill, dude, you gotta wake up. This is no good. You got up there. You're telling me you can't get down now? Dude, you are just... He's in a breathable zone. He's in a breathable zone. It's better than most of our colonists are doing, honestly. Sorry, duplicants. But slowly these gases are getting out here, dude. I mean, you see it. I know you see it. Similarly, you know what? I know we're maybe getting to the point of absurdity here, but build some stuff there, and then, like, some stuff there. Prioritize them. Big time. Another easy opportunity for gas exchange, because, I mean, gases are still subject to physics. It's still overheated, but it's not so overheated that it can't grow, apparently. Power is a problem. Quill can't make it back to the base. So, you know, someone should prioritize building these tiles. I mean, my bad. Yeah, Quill is going to urinate. Wait a minute. What if we just keep Quill trapped in this hell and he constantly pisses contaminated water for us? Dude, you can make it. Don't even start with me. Tomo, are you going to save Quill? Tomo, buddy. Wait, what did I build these tiles out of? No. Cancel. They've already delivered the granite? These don't need to be gas permeable, by the way. And prioritize this in an enormous fashion, please, because Quill is trapped in here. Now, you might say, how it doesn't make any sense that Quill's trapped here. How can Quill be trapped here? He can just use the ladders. Like, maybe they just don't... They will never go through, like, contaminated water. I could see that being a thing. I would really like someone to go do this. Someone's got to hook this. I can't end this episode until somebody hooks this up. You know what that means? Everybody builds now, too. Everybody builds, or Quill will probably die. Come on, Doug, you got this. I know, you're hungry. Let's head to Mr. Spriggs, get us some ribs. 347 South Air Depot. I guess Quill's just gonna die. That's his lot in life right now. Ruka, you don't need to be here anymore. Quill needs to be here. Let's see if just by manually assigning the massage table he'll figure it out. Probably not, huh? Well, somebody else, the next highest stress, Tomo, you can be up here, okay? Is anyone gonna save Quill? Because the day's almost over. I don't want another duplicant, okay? Reject. He's not doing it. Well, Quill, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it appears that you will just shit yourself until you die out here. At the same time, you will be creating quite a lot of contaminated water, which is great because we can just turn that into real water. So I really appreciate your support, buddy. Starvation. You don't say. Excuse me, Ruka. Move to here. No, Ruka, I'm gonna need you to move to. Wait, what about assigned? Okay, no, it's not gonna move to here. Maybe we use the right click. Ruka, I'm gonna need you to move to here. There you go. All right, then once you get out, I'm sorry, Quill. Perhaps it's because the air is very toxic, and we have just decided that, you know, you gotta be the sacrifice. So, I really hate to do this. It was never my intention to let you die out there, but I think that's probably what's gonna happen. So for now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you have, click the like button. Oh, look at that. It's so breathable in our big bedroom, at least. If you did enjoy the episode, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.